So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again with another Shambles updates in this transfer window. It's glorious, isn't it? Transfer window, yes. We march on to Premier League glory, or nah. Eddie Nketiah, nah. Apologies if you can hear the washing machine in the background, but I need to get that done before I go out. And big up to everyone who's subscribed recently. Big up to everyone who's sticking a like on these videos. The likes are going through the charts. So let's try and get a couple of thousand on this one. 2,000 likes on this video. It'd be fantastic. As you can see, I'm still in the mud. Golden Child FC, tan on point. It's about the only thing that is on point because Arsenal ain't. And we're going to talk about this. Oh my God, I don't even know what to call this. It's a shambles, but it's a lot more than a shambles. Big up to everybody who's been dropping the donations in via the thanks option. Cheers, guys. Ray Parler voice, cheers. And Fabrizio Romano has posted out today, well, late last night, actually. And like clockwork, you can read Arsenal like a book, can't you? Because it is absolutely like clockwork for Arsenal. What we'll do, we'll get the dumbest fan base in the world to get all hyped up about a geezer we've never heard of called Fabio Vieira. And what we'll do is we'll put that out there and everyone will get hype. And then what we'll do is we'll put out Eddie Nketiah signed a new deal for 100 grand a week and we'll wear number 14, apparently. I've seen that everywhere today. Number 14. You were giving the Call Me merchant Thierry Henry's number. Just let that sink in. You were giving the Call Me merchant Thierry Henry's number. You gave Saka Rocky's number, Pires' number, whatever you want to call it. And to be fair to the boy, he had a really good season in the end. Started off pretty good, then dipped, but he's only 20. Well done, Swimmy One Player of the Season. Fantastic season for him. You gave Emil Smith-Rowe Dennis Bergkamp's number. That number should have been retired as soon as Bergkamp retired, by the way. Yeah. Other people go, oh, but Ozil stepped up. Yeah, whatever. Right. But we have now got Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah. How many goals has this guy ever scored? In fact, let me check. I should have done this before I started. Eddie Nketiah stats for Arsenal. Let's have a little look how many goals this guy has ever scored for this football club. Here we go. He has scored a grand total of 23 goals for Arsenal in 92 appearances. In the Premier League, he has scored a grand total of 10. There you go, mate. 100 bags a week. And begging you to stay, absolutely begging you to stay, 100 grand a week. Why are we paying a player 100 grand a week who is out the door? No contract left. In fact, in 13 days from now, his contract officially expired. So why are we begging this guy to stay, number one? Number two, why are we paying him £100,000 a week? No other club on the planet will pay him half of that, let alone 100 grand a week. Then what genius decided? I'll tell you what. Yeah, we had Thierry Henry become Arsenal's all-time top goal scorer, wearing number 14 on his back. After that, Theo Walcott scored over 100 goals for Arsenal. He's in the top 20 all-time top goal scorers for this football club. But then we signed Aubameyang, and Aubameyang scored about 90-odd goals in a couple of the seasons, 2.5, 3 seasons, whatever it was he was here. But I'll tell you what, you can have number 14, mate. Who made that decision? Like, real talk. Who gives out the numbers at this football club? Whose job is that? Is that the manager? Is that Edu? Is that the agent? Edu and the manager all sitting together and thrashing it out? Maybe Eddie's asked for the number. I don't know. But at what point do you go, no? At what point do you say, actually, mate, this is a little bit too far, isn't it? Because we're going from the club legend that has a statue outside to Theo Walcott, who, let's be real, wasn't great, but he weren't bad. He weren't bad. And when he wanted it, he was really good. Yeah, and I've seen him rip a lot of teams apart. The Chelsea game where he jinked through everyone. Tottenham, he always done all right against them. You know, big games, he was pretty decent most of the time, Theo Walcott. Then we get Aubameyang, and Aubameyang hit the ground running. Came in, goals. And it was only until the season just finished that Arsenal fans turned on him. But I expect nothing less from the dumbest fan base in world sport. Yeah, of course they're going to turn them because it's not Mikel Arteta's way. You know, Aubameyang was bored of playing left wing back. Whether you rate Aubameyang or not is irrelevant. The guy came in and smashed it. It's a fair play to him. Yeah, and good luck to him at Barcelona. I hope he kills it at Barcelona. I hope he wins everything at Barcelona. He deserves that, for the way he was treated by this manager. Right now, we've got Eddie Nketiah. I can't get my head around it. Eddie Nketiah getting number 14 shirt and the 100 grand a week. Oh my days. The guy is not even good enough to get in Leeds in the championships team every week. What is going on at this football club? Every single week, every single day, every single minute of every day of every week, there is something dumb that happens at this football club. And people will sit there and go, oh, all you do is moan. You'll never be happy. Even if we won the Champions League, you wouldn't be happy. Well, how about win it and find out then? How about that? We could win the league and he wouldn't be happy. How about win it then? And let me put a myth to bed, because I'm on one now. Let me put a myth to bed. It took Klopp 4 years, yeah? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It took Klopp 3 years to win the Champions League. 3 years. Didn't this manager say after 3 years he'd win the Champions League? Well, this is his third full season coming up and he ain't in it. So how's he winning it? Jurgen Klopp finished 1 point off of top spot and won the Champions League in his third full season. This manager can't even qualify for Champions League after 2 full seasons. We have spent more money than Liverpool in the last 3 seasons. We'll probably spend more than them this summer as well. And they're going to go and do 80 million euros on Darwin Núñez. And I guarantee we spend more than Liverpool. So that'll be now 4 summers in a row we've spent more than Liverpool. Why can we not compete with them? I'll tell you why. Because of this fan base. This fan base are now all experts on that kid that we've signed. Yeah, Fabian Vieira. Who even is he? 20 starts in 3 seasons. Yeah, I've got people sending me clips of other people saying, oh, well, I've got sources out in Portugal. No, you ain't. Shut up. Yeah, I've got sources out in Portugal and they're telling me that he's better than Bruno Fernandes. Well, no disrespect. So am I, because he's garbage. The guy's garbage. So I'm better than Bruno. Like, come on. What is going on here? Yeah, then you've got people sitting there hyping it up, putting out all the highlight reels of him slapping a screamer. And, oh, he's got so many assists. We are doing 30 million quid. Yeah, 30 million quid on a geezer who can't even get into a Porto team every week. Now adding Odegaard, who we've done 35 million on, who for me, it just ain't good enough. That is not the level. That's now 65 million quid on 2 players that one might look pretty on the eye when he's not being pressed, and the other one can't even get in Porto's starting 11. 65 mil. Why didn't we just go and buy James Maddison? Because that guy can play. That guy can ball out. That guy can score goals. That guy can create. He can do everything the other 2 can do and probably better. Yeah, it's embarrassing. This football club is buried. I'm telling you now, this football club is a disgrace. And it is a disgrace because the owners see what the fans want. They're going to be looking all over the internet yesterday at everyone gassing up a geezer they've never heard of. You've got all the top gooners out there making out that they've watched this geezer, and they've been watching his career and, oh my God, yes, he's great. He's this, he's that. Why can't he get in Porto's team then? If he's that great and if he's the most exciting young Portuguese player in the league, how comes nobody else wanted him? How comes only Arsenal were in for him? Tell me that. How comes only Arsenal end up being the only team to go in for a player? Martin Odegaard, nobody else wanted him. This guy, nobody else wanted him. Ramsdale, nobody else wanted him. Ben White, nobody else wanted him. Tomiyasu, only Tottenham wanted him. No disrespect, he should be coming to us over them. But why is it always Arsenal that are the only club? Even if you go as far back as to Mesut Ozil deal, nobody wanted him. It was only us in for him. It's embarrassing, man. What have we got to do at this football club to change the standards, to raise the standards? I'll tell you what we've got to do. Maybe people should start listening instead of sitting chatting crap in my comments about you're negative. Well, stop watching it then, you weirdo. Yeah, you're negative. Negative because you want to win. Negative because you want to be the best. Negative because you want this football club to do what they smashed the stadium down for that you probably weren't even born to witness. Yeah, so don't tell me I'm negative, yeah? How about go and watch Julian or somebody else on AFTV gnawing off this manager? Because I'll tell you something now, this manager's going to be touching 400 mil by the end of this transfer window in total spend. And he can't even get in the top 4. Embarrassing. What has this manager got that has got a hold over so many people? What has he done? What has he done to get this hold over everyone? What is it about this manager that everyone just melts? Is it the nice drip? Is it the perfect hair? Is it he's the best looking manager? Is it, I don't know, is it an accumulation of, has he got nice tats that we don't know about below the belt line? I don't know. Maybe you lot can tell me, because you lot seem to know everything about the guy. It's embarrassing. This football club is one of the biggest clubs on the planet, and it is giving Eddie Nketiah 100 grand a week and Thierry Henry's number. That is a disgrace. On that basis alone, they should all be sacked. Just that. Forget all the other crap they've done. He should be sacked for that alone. Begging Eddie Nketiah to stay at this football club. Now what we're going to do, right? And I knew this was coming. I knew what was coming. The dumbest fan base on the planet. We're going to get all hyped. Yeah, and then as soon as they've got everyone on side, boom, we'll drop the Eddie deal. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed late last night that the deal will be signed within the coming days. 3 hours earlier, I put out my Instagram, LeeGunner82. It's in the description. Follow it if you would. That would be fantastic. I put out my Instagram 3 hours before Fabrizio put that out, saying now the dumbest fans in the world have been easily pleased again. I guarantee the Eddie deal will be announced in the next 7 days. 3 hours later, Fabrizio's tweeting that out, saying it's a done deal in the coming days. Paperwork could be signed, 100 grand a week. 5-year deal. That is a disgrace. It is a disgrace. But how can I read them like clockwork? I'll tell you why. Because I've seen it year in, year out, all the way back to Wenger days. Yeah, from maybe 2012 onwards. Yeah, from that slappage up at Old Trafford. Since then, this club has been an absolute disgrace. Yeah, and people will sit there and blame it on the Cronkies, and that's cool. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if they don't sack him this season, I'm on them as well. Yeah, because I don't really care who the owner is, right? And we are giving this guy money for some reason. Why are we giving this guy the money? We're going to give this guy another 100 odd million this summer. He's going to be touching 400 million on transfer spend. And he's got rid of our best players. He's got rid of Guendouzi. He walks into this team. I don't care if people don't like him. He's better than Granit Xhaka. Yeah, I don't care if people like Granit Xhaka. The guy is crap. He is absolute crap. He's one of the worst players I've ever seen play for Arsenal. And we've had some bad ones, especially in the Wenger days and the George Graham days and the Terry Neal days. Anyway, we're getting rid of players like Aubameyang, Guendouzi, Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles could do a job. He could do a job better than Cedric. We got rid of what's his name? Emi Martinez. But now we need a goalkeeper. Oh no, we don't. We've got the American lad coming in. Of course we have. My bad. We're going to see how good Ramsdale is this season, that's for sure. Yeah, because now there's no Amazon cameras following him around, doing his camera saves. Yeah, and his jumping up and down passion merchant. We're actually going to see how good Aaron Ramsdale is. Because I've had this with Leno a couple of seasons ago. Coming in for check, blah, blah, blah. Raised the level a little bit, and everyone got hyped. Then it's, oh, no, he can go in the bin. Same with Martin Odegaard. This guy, Fabio Vieira's coming in. Nobody cares about Odegaard anymore. Oh, it's all about this guy. Yes. Nobody knew who he was yesterday until it was tweeted out. I've seen nobody say that we should go and get this guy. Not one person said we should go and get this guy. There was no compilations on the guy. There was no stat going out there. There was no XG, XP, XT, XB. XB is bollocks, by the way. And all of a sudden, this is now the best signing ever in Arsenal's history. This is, and spare a thought for Charlie Patino, by the way. Can we just take a moment's silence? Can we just take a moment's silence for Charlie Patino? Because I say saying, Charlie Patino was dubbed the next Fabregas. How's he getting in the team now then? Because we signed the next Bergkamp last summer. Yeah, he's still on Gibraltar Rock, by the way. He ain't moved. Then again, it's like him in midfield. When he's pressed, he don't move, does he? We've now signed the next Bergkamp in this Vieira guy. What about all the hipsters' choice? The hipsters were all pants down for Charlie Patino. How's he going to get a game, the poor fella? Well, don't you like him anymore? I don't get it. This fan base are weirdos, man. You've got all of these top gooners chatting absolute crap on a daily basis. These people colluding together to lower the standards of this club. Edu must be sitting there laughing his nut off. Yeah, well, that was easy. Yeah, we just can't get some Brazilian. Well, he's not Brazilian. He speaks Brazilian or Portuguese. The Brazilians speak Portuguese, don't they? Let's go and get this Portuguese kid. Yeah, he'll do. Oh, we'll pay over the odds for him because that's what we do at Arsenal. Yeah, we're not going to do anything. In fact, if you think about it, we've actually done 30 million quid on this lad, and he's played 20 games in 3 years. 20 starts in 3 years. But apparently he's the best young player in Portugal. Okay, mate, you lot keep convincing yourselves that's the case, and I'll keep living in the real world. This guy will do nothing. 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 Yeah, he might do in the Europa League, because that's the level he'll be playing on. He won't be doing much in the Premier League. Won't be doing much at all in the Premier League. Somebody put in my comments yesterday, big up to you. I can't remember who it was. There was a couple of you, actually. Danny Ceballos Mark II. Danny Ceballos Mark II. So let's see. Listen, hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully he turns out to be a superstar. What are the chances of that happening under this idiot manager? Probably zero. So yeah, unfortunately, we've just done 30 million quid on a player that's probably going to flop. Why don't we go and do money on players that are established players for now? I am sick and tired of this football club sitting there doing the bare minimum. Yeah, not even trying to compete. When you actually add it up, right, this guy is going to do nearly 400 million quid in total spend by the end of this summer with what he's already spent. That's now more than Liverpool in 4 years in a row. We would have outspent Liverpool 4 years in a row if we beat them this summer on transfer spend. Liverpool are in a title race every year. They're in cup finals every year, Champions League finals constantly, getting to the latter stages of that competition every year. Always in a cup final or on the verge of a cup final, always going down to the death in the title race. So how comes we can outspend them, and the myth that goes around we can't compete? Well, how are they competing then? How can Liverpool compete if we can outspend them and have outspent them? How are Liverpool competing? I'll tell you why, because the manager knows what he is doing. The manager, if you think about it, they bought Diaz for roughly the same sort of price that we've just bought this kid. It's actually mad. They're letting Sadio Mane go for around the same fee. They're going to sign Darwin Núñez for 80 mil. He ain't worth that, by the way. He's a good player, but in Liverpool's system, in Liverpool's team, with that manager, he'll do all right. He'll do very well. That Diaz will do all right. Yeah, I think he's a decent player. But at the same time, we're going out there overspending on absolute dross, and people are expecting us to go flying up the table. Nah. You lot are misguided. Eddie Nketiah, 100 grand a week. Yeah, and do you know why they've done that? Because they can put him on a 5-year deal, 100 grand a week. That's 5.2 million a year. That's 10.4 over 2. That's 20.8 over 4. So it's about 25 mil. 25 mil, 26 mil to be precise. 26 million quid to give Eddie Nketiah that 5-year deal. That is cheaper than going out there and buying a top-class player, which is why they've done it. It is an absolute disgrace. This football club is a disgrace. These fans are a disgrace. Anyone who's lauding this up as a great summer window so far, whether we buy Tielemans, whether we buy Jesus, whether we buy Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe, get Haaland out of Man City, yeah, resurrect fucking Thierry Henry, bring him back. Yeah, maybe dig up the statue and fucking stick him on the pitch. It'll have more movement than Eddie Nketiah. And even if we had all of that, under this manager and this technical director, we are going nowhere. We will not get in that top 4 next season. No way in a million years. And on that bombshell, I'm going to the pool. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day. I've had 18 minutes of getting stressed about this football club, and that's me done for the day. Have a wonderful day. Listen, big up to everyone who stayed to the end of the video as well. Big up to all of you. Like the ting. Share the content around. Big up to everyone who does. I've seen a lot of people clipping my videos up and putting them on Twitter recently as well. People have been sending them. So yeah, keep clipping me up. Keep sharing it around. Big up to everyone who's dropping the thanks. Yeah, it's along here. So like, share, thanks. Big up to everyone who's dropping them donations in. I will reply to every one of you. And obviously the biggest ones get pinned to the top. I don't know if you've noticed that. So yeah, big up to all of you lot, man. Have a wonderful day. I'm out of here. Leave your thoughts and comments on all of what I've just gone through in the video. And we'll try and raise the standards single-handedly, because this fan base, there's more of them than there is us on this channel, unfortunately. So we've got to keep trying and raising and shouting and getting a bit louder. And next season, I ain't stopping. This summer, I ain't stopping. This football club will do what I want it to do. Yeah, this football club will do what it told me it was going to do. And this football club will get rid of this manager this season. I ain't stopping until he's sacked. So, yeah, man, it's all good. If people think I'm negative, tough, because I ain't crying over it, mate. I don't give a shit if you think I'm negative. So keep watching. Keep calling me negative. Keep boosting the algorithm by calling me negative, and then sit there and get wound up by me. All have a wonderful spunking day. Don't forget, Arteta out.